On a camping trip, I won an award for having the tidiest tent, even though I'd wet my sleeping bag.
These teeth.
True. Was this as a child or was this recently?
No, I was a child.
How old were you?
I guess I was about 6 or 7.
And was it the Scouts?
No.
What was it?
It was the Woodcraft Folk.
What? The Woodcraft Folk? What kind of organisation is that?
It's like the Scouts.
Is it literally about going away to craft wood, to make things out of wood? Is it more about just generally lighting fires and...
It's woodcraft in a more general sense.
What exactly is woodcraft in a general sense?
It's, well, you know...
How do we know, John? Because I don't think you know.
It's... wood...
Do you want to change the name of the organisation?
That's what they say at every meeting of the Woodcraft.
So the woodcraft folk, they head off into the wood together, they find a clearing, they set up camp, and what sort of things do they do?
We might spot birds. We might rub trees.
Do you ever spot trees and rub birds?
Only if you don't want to get your tree rubbing and bird spotting badges.
So there are badges?
Yes?
Okay.
Yes, there were badges.
What badges do you have? Did you...
Well, first badge would be sewing badge, obviously. Otherwise, all subsequent badges would fall off. Then...
Bird spotting.
Bird spotting badge.
Tree rubbing.
Tree rubbing.
Tree rubbing was just to chill out. It can't all be about getting badges.
All right, how many people were in the competition of tidiest tent?
15?
Did you just suddenly go back to childhood with that?
15.
That's more like it. So, 15 kids, all trying to have the tidiest tent.
Well, not exclusively, but we stayed in tents, and to instil an atmosphere of tidiness, every morning there would be tent checks.
Tent checks.
And whoever's tent was the tidiest would be rewarded.
How many boys per tent?
Not just boys. Boys
Whoa,
and girls.
hang on a minute. These were mixed tents.
I shared a tent with my sister, who was also in the Woodcraft Folk.
How did the other woodcraft folk react to it?
They never found out.
Did your sister find out?
Yeah. She was aware, yes. She was one of the first to be aware.
Do you think they gave you the prize to sort of patronise you because they felt sorry for you?
A prize is a prize.
So other than the swampy conditions, it was very nice and very tidy.
Yes, the tent was very tidy because everything was outside drying off.
What do you think, Lee? Is he telling the truth?
I don't know. What do we think, Maura?
I think it's true.
You do?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's true?
He looks like a bedwetter.
Well, I know that.
So the worst thing is, when you say it, it sounds like news.
Joe?
I think it's probably true,
You're going around to true as well. We'll say true, then.
He's going to say true. OK. John, truth or lie?
Why would I admit on telly to such a true...
Yes, it's true. John did win an award for the tidiest tent, even though he'd wet his sleeping bag.
It's a possession.
All right, OK, there's a box under the desk. Now, if you could, first of all, read the card out that's in the box.
All right.
And then take out the possession and pop it on the desk.
Last year, on a visit to the zoo... I've been to a zoo, you know what I mean? Last year, on a visit to the zoo, I put on a mask so that no one would recognise me. This is that mask.
But no need to be quite so aggressive, I would say.
Could you put it on your face, please?
Yeah, no, I'll whack it on you, of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
let me have a look. Now, can I just to hear you say 2 ice creams, please.
Can I get a couple of ice creams?
Excuse me, I hope you don't mind me asking, but aren't you Danny Dyer wearing the So, OK, now...
Can I take it off now?
Yes, of course you can.
So where did you get that mask from?
Huh?
You were, don't buy for time.
I'm not buying for time. I bought it at the zoo, didn't I? Well, where do you think I bought it? Look at it.
So did you plan before you went to the zoo not to be recognised? That was always part of the plan?
No, you never know, really. You go out with your kids and that, you know,
And then when you got to the zoo, you decided to...
Well, it was on me, and...
What was on you?
Like people.
People were on you?
Not on me.
No, but I mean giving you the...
Drive me mad,
Yeah.
right? Nice people, it's all love and all that, but I needed to do something about it because, you know, me little one was getting the hump. You know, I was trying to look at the... You know,
the
giraffes, a drugged-up giraffe. The giraffe didn't look well, to be honest with you.
You've been around the zoo a bit, you're getting a bit of grief, you've had enough, you go to the gift shop. Any reason why you chose a child's one? Because it looks very small on your head, that night.
It was just the first one I picked up. I needed to get one on Lively. I actually bought it, you know, with it on. Do you know what I mean? I whacked it on.
You didn't even want the person selling you it to recognise you. Did you not scream and say, we've got an escapee?
Danny, where is this zoo?
It's round the corner from me. It's in Essex. It's only a little number. You know, there's a couple of rabbits in there. I mean, you know.
Did you go and see the zebras?
It didn't have any. Not a zebra about them.
Well, you say that. Are you sure they weren't wearing a Danny Dyer mask?
No. Well, there was one, didn't there? Yes, there was one. I was disappointed. I ain't gonna lie. Felt bad for her, you know. I took her out on a day out and I took her to a moody zoo. I mean, it wasn't...
Moody zoo?
A moody zoo, you know. I really promised. I said, listen, babe, me and you were going to go out and have a lovely day. And I took her to see a couple of rabbits and a moody giraffe, you know what I mean? So, in general, you know, it was a bit of a letdown.
Do you mind just one more time placing that?
Yeah, I'd love to put it on. Love to.
It's very small. I reckon that I could recognise you from the voice and what's showing on the face.
Yeah. Was this before you were on EastEnders or afterwards?
This was before.
So you weren't being mobbed loads?
Well, still getting it a bit, you know what I mean? A lot of my fans... Can I take this off again now?
I wish you would, yes. Yes, I'm a little disturbed.
No, you know, a lot of my fans hang out in zoos, so... So, you know...
So what do we think, Maura?
I think he is so cool that he can do other things rather than wear a zebra mask.
To stop the attention?
People, yes.
Like what?
Saying, hey, no. I think he can get...
So hang on. So is that what you do when people ask for photos? Excuse me, are you Moira Stewart? Oh, no.
So what's it going to be, Lee?
So Moira says it's a lie.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's probably a lie.
You say lie? OK.
Yeah, a lie, yeah, a lie.
I'll go with my team and say lie, then.
You're going to say lie? OK. Danny, truth or lie?
It's the truth.
Yes, it's true. Danny did wear a mask so he wouldn't be recognised at the zoo.
As a teenager, I used to terrorise my neighbourhood with a game I invented called Theft and Shrubbery.
What were the rules of Theft and Shrubbery?
Can I first of all say my memories of this are a bit sketchy?
Always handy for this game.
No, but I'm an older gentleman. They're more like just fingerprints on an abandoned handrail.
Even while you poetically describe the ageing process, another part of your brain is inventing the rules of a fictional game.
It's Theft and Shrubbery.
Yeah.
It's a game that I played in my youth, in my teens, on the Lakes Estate in Middlesbrough. I would probably be 14 or 15. I hope that's all the information you need.
To what this game involved.
Yes, of course.
Of course. In which case, I'm satisfied and there's no need to tell me. What were the rules?
There would have to be a gang of you. I would usually be with Staver and Bagger.
Well, I didn't realise you knew hobbits as a child.
Neil Overall, Jerry Dungaree's son, of course.
Didn't take his father's name.
Hated him. Hated him. So, and Gary Cheeseman would be there. The reason he was called Cheesy is because his mum used to give him a cheese. Do you know the cheese slice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To take out with him when we were hanging around the shops and that, because she thought it was good for his spots. And she'd want him to personally slice.
Surely it's because of his surname Cheeseman.
No.
Surely that was part of it.
Do you know, Gary Cheeseman was a big lad, yeah? A very big head. A sniper's dream, they used to call him. Oh, he's such a nice... The thing is, he's such a nice lad. And he was a...
I love these points in the show where we say, Bob, let's all gather round the fireside and you can tell us tales of your youth.
So the rules of the game, of course you will know. The rules of the game. Theft and
Shrubbery.
Were relatively simple. You had to creep into the back of someone's house and observe the family watching the telly or whatever they're doing, yeah?
It's getting a bit sinister now, Bob.
Yeah, I know.
Is this at night?
This is on the evening time, yeah.
So the family, as it were, backlit by the domestic lighting?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then you'd find one where the curtains were open, yeah? Go to the rear of the garden and then you'd slowly walk towards the window, right? Try not to disturb them, and you'd chant, increasing the volume as you went, "We do beg your pardon. But we are in your garden." And then you gradually get closer and closer to the window, and as soon as you were seen, that's when shrubbery comes in.
Which was what?
You were not allowed to escape via the front of the property. You had to go across all the fences. Because you're teenage, what you're really waiting for is someone to make a noise or give yourself away, so that you all have to go run through all the gardens.
That's the shrubbery part.
That's the shrubbery
What's
part.
the theft part?
The theft is... We just always felt that we were stealing something from them. I don't know. Their privacy, their dignity.
So you're going up the garden saying louder and louder, "We do beg your pardon, we are in your garden." We do beg your pardon, we are in your garden. You're shouting.
How loud would you
Elderly
get?
people who are hard of hearing, you could be going, "We do beg your pardon, we are in your garden," before they notice it.
Yeah.
This game can't have lasted, I'm imagining, very long before people kind of rumbled you and...
No, it was just one of the games, that we did. It could be Theft and Shrubbery night. There was another night where we used to take fruit from a fruit vendor's wagon and throw that up in the air and just let it drop on our heads.
Something tells me you played that quite a lot, Bob. Next time, don't use melons.
Cheeseman was very good at it.
So what do you think, David?
Steve, what do you
My
think?
concern is that the details are so utterly believable and sound like they're real that if it wasn't actually a game, he spent an awful lot of time looking through people's windows.
I'm coming down on the side of truth.
Yeah, I know it sounds odd, but I just believe it.
You're going to say true? Yeah. OK, so, theft and shrubbery. Bob, truth or lie?
I was telling the truth.
The first time I used eBay, I accidentally bought a canoe instead of a handbag.
David's team.
Well, how did that error occur?
Well, back in the day, when eBay was pretty new, I thought I'd have a little go. And I quite like vintagey stuff and old clothes, although when they delivered, it's not quite as good because they always smell a bit musty and have an air of dead people. But I like the idea.
Yeah.
And
Did you get that from eBay? Was that you? Sorry, carry on.
So I was scrolling through, as you do, and saw a lovely clutch bag. I know I've lost you all already, haven't I? A clutch bag. A clutch bag is a little bag.
For
that
keeping
you
the
clutch.
pedal from a car in. You have an accelerator bag and a brake bag.
So what are we saying, Alex? You you saw a clutch bag, you were miming putting the clutch bag under your arm to get into it, and then you pressed canoe by accident.
In fact, in the modern computers, they've taken the canoe button off the keyboard because this kept happening.
OK, you're looking at eBay. What
I'm
happens
scrolling
next?
through.
Right.
It started off at 99p. 99 pence, John. Are you in?
For a vintage bag?
Yeah. You're in. Anyway. Next thing you know, £14. I'm thinking about pulling out.
Yeah.
Because that's quite a lot for a vintage bag. But anyway, on it went.
Yeah.
£32.
And you're still bidding?
You still in, John?
No, I wasn't even in when it was 99. You were wrong about that. You read me wrong there, Alex. I don't know what my body language is telling me.
OK, so the price is going up. You're tracking, that's what they call it.
£32.
You're tracking the bag.
And I think it's a good time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Leave it. Next morning,
Yeah.
email on the laptop. Congratulations, your bid was successful. You have bought a second-hand red canoe.
It's quite a jump, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a terrible story? There's some fella whose boat was going down. He says, don't worry, I've got this covered. Tried to squeeze a family of 5 into a vintage handbag.
So you emailed the canoe man saying, instead of the canoe, could I have the
clutch bag.
handbag that looks like
And he said, I haven't got a clutch handbag to offer.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you've lied, because I bid on a clutch handbag.
So do you think he was luring people in by putting photographs of vintage handbags, which people then bid on and bid on, bid on, whatever they pay, whatever the handbag looks like, they only get a canoe.
Maybe 7 times out of 10, people make do with the canoe. It must have looked into it.
Have you ever seen at the opening night of a film a glamorous starlet turning up with what the commentators are saying is an incredibly large clutch bag? OK, what are you thinking, David?
I think I don't know. What do you think?
There's too much of a gap.
Do you think it's true?
No, I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
We think it's a lie.
You all think it's
We
a
think
lie.
it's a
Quite
lie.
conclusively a lie.
Conclusively a lie.
OK, Alex, truth or lie?
Silly boys, it was, in fact, true.
Well done, you.
Yes, it's true. Alex did accidentally buy a canoe instead of a handbag on eBay. Greg?
I once caused an injury to one man whilst trying to get a different man to say the word vegetables.
Please, team.
Right, just the word vegetables.
Yeah.
Do you really like the word vegetables?
Not as a general rule, no,
Okay.
but I liked it when this man said it.
Why? What was it about this man, the way he said vegetables, that was funny?
Did he have a speech impediment? Or...
No, he didn't. He was a very intense man, though, and he was also Austrian. I was with a friend once, and he was a colleague of ours, sorry, and I overheard him say vegetables, and we both found it incredibly funny.
So, can you just roughly give us an impression of how he used to say vegetables? Even just roughly?
He said it exactly like this. Yeah. Vegetables. And then we happened to be on a coach trip with him, and so we spent the whole coach trip trying to get him to say vegetables
Right, so
again.
where were you? Where were you going and how did you know
I was
him?
on a school trip. I used to be a teacher, so we were
And
on
he was a teacher?
Yeah, he was a teacher.
What did he teach?
He was the head of languages, and he was...
Head of languages? The head of languages used to go, vegetables.
Imagine I'm the man. OK, I'm on the coach, I'm sat, we're driving. Off you go.
So I said,
Yeah? You're very big, aren't you?
This isn't like him at all.
You're very big, aren't you? That's it.
So I was saying things like, oh, I've been trying to keep fit lately, and I know that you're into keep fit. You know, would you recommend for a healthy diet? And he was going, well, you know, I would... you must eat a balanced diet, you must eat greens, and you must enjoy some protein in limited... I was going, yeah, but I mean, if you were to group some of those foods together, And he was going, well, I mean, yeah, you must have carbohydrates, of course, and you must have... And it was horrific. It went on for about an hour. And every time I tried to find a new angle for vegetables, his ludicrous Austrian interpretation of things led us down a dark alley. And it was literally an hour in the making.
And how did you finally get him to say it?
I honestly can't remember. It came out of nowhere, and he suddenly said it, and he said it with such passion. It was... He went, oh, well, of course you must have vegetables! I started biting my hand to stop myself from laughing. And my friend who was next to me, there's a jagged piece of metal at the front of the coach, and because it was so funny, just to remind you, vegetables, of course! And my friend saw the piece of metal and pushed his knee into it on purpose to stop himself from laughing. And blood started, like, spraying out of his... Started spraying out of his knee, yeah.
Oh, this is getting elaborate, this story.
And I'll tell you another detail. We went and did the trip, which was in Paris, and then after we came all the way back... all the way back to Calais, and I said to him, you know, we put all the kids' passports in that hotel in Paris last night. Did you remember to... Because he was in charge of the trip. Did you remember to bring those? And he was standing up in front of the children on the coach, and he went, oh, Scheiße! And we had to speak to the port authorities and get permission to take the kids on without passports while he went back on his own. Can I tell you one more detail as well? We were also standing in the middle of Paris under the Eiffel Tower. We'd been there for an hour and the kids were all running around. And he came over and went, we must go, we are late for our next appointment. And I said, well, we should just make sure that all the kids are here. And he goes, yes, of course we should, yes. And he turned round and went, is everybody here? And all the kids went, yeah. And he went, well, then we will move on. The vegetables!
What are you thinking, Lee?
I think it's true.
True from John.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
I think lie. You are a fantastic actor, Mr. Greg Davies.
Well, so what are you going to say?
OK, what do we think, Alex?
I think you'll find I'm BAFTA nominated.
We're all BAFTA nominated.
False.
OK, we'll go lie.
I'm going to say it's a lie. Greg.
Well,
truth or lie?
It is the truth.
Here we go. I once called a friend in New York and asked her to call the police in London because I thought there was a burglar at my house in London.
Lee.
Where were you when you made the call?
In the house.
Why didn't you phone...
The police?
Yes.
Because I'd been messaging my friend. I felt like she'd gone, so I called her, and as I was on the phone to her, I thought there was someone breaking into the house. So I was like, you should phone the police.
What did you hear exactly?
I just heard, like, irregular noises from downstairs.
Irregular
Footsteps,
noises?
Doors closing, so I was like, well, who's that?
And were you living on your own at the time?
I did have a housemate.
And did you not think it might be that person?
No.
Why?
Because at the time, I was doing a nighttime radio show. So I would get home late, and she'd always, like, be quiet when you get in at 1 o'clock in the morning, because I'm asleep.
Ah, so you assumed her to be asleep?
Yeah.
Why don't you put the phone down and phone the police?
Because I didn't want to speak in case the burglar...
But you are speaking, you're telling her to phone the police.
Well, I was like, I need to go, I think there's someone here. Call the police. So that's why I had to get off the phone and not use the phone.
Well, look, Nick, let's reenact it.
OK.
I'm going to be your friend.
OK.
In New York. She's an American.
She is.
Thank God. I thought you were going to say, by coincidence, she sounds like Ronnie Corbett.
Yeah, no. She's a very sassy Jewish lady.
All right.
Yes.
Now, Nick, how are things going over there? Did you say she didn't sound like Ronnie Corbett?
No, she's the opposite to Ronnie Corbett.
Oh, she's like New York Jewish kind of person like that.
Pretty spot on.
Oh, OMG! So listen, you finished your radio show. How did it go?
I love your impressions, you know that. But you're texting, we don't need the voice.
Oh, he wants me to call him. Sure I will.
Hi, Amy. How's America?
Oh, I love it. There's so many Americans here. Hey, what's that noise in the
what is that
background?
noise?
I heard something.
I can hear something downstairs.
Oh, you were having trouble with your stomach again?
No, like downstairs. It's something like downstairs in the house downstairs. I'll pretend to be asleep. You call the police.
What, the NYPD?
No. My police.
All right, I'll call.
Okay.
Love you.
So I put the phone down, and then I just go like this. And then fear for my life.
Well, hold on, because it's all happening stateside. Well, I mean, we can go on like this all night.
So then what happened there? So go on, talk us through the rest of the story.
So then she makes the call.
Yeah.
So that's like, call the police, because there's not the 999 number, there's like the police round the corner, you know, the local police.
She went and logged on and looked for your local police station.
Yeah.
Why didn't
you
you
don't
phone...
have to log on.
Why didn't you phone 999? Listen, Sunbeam, you do on my Atari.
So she called the police.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that it wasn't an intruder at all.
How did you find that out?
I found that out when my flatmate burst in.
What's she bursting into your room for at night?
Because she had been on the wine. So the bang, bang, bang noises were her, like, looking for wine or something, I don't know.
And you said what?
I said, oh, my God.
Hypocrite.
I said I thought I was going to be killed by the intruder. The police are coming. So then we were like, well, we need to call the police now.
So you phoned me back in New York. Go on.
No, I didn't phone you.
You want me to cancel that? Get on your way, honey.
I just went direct.
So when you want me, I'm right here waiting. But when you don't want me, you just drop me. Well, screw you, Grimshaw.
I'm not surprised Amy doesn't have any friends where she lives.
What are you thinking, Lee?
What do we think, Rob?
I believe it. I
You believe it?
I believe this man. I've been taken for a ride. I like it.
You're starting to sound more and more like Amy every day.
So what are you thinking, Claire?
I believe it.
Well, I think it must be true then.
True, OK. Nick, truth or lie?
It is true.
Yes, it's true. Nick did ring his friend in New York and ask her to call the police for him.
While travelling around Europe, my friend and I came up with a scheme to make money on the beach.
Please, team.
What was it?
It was jewellery. We used to sell jewellery.
What kind of jewellery was it?
It was earrings.
And where did you get the earrings from?
To be perfectly honest, we'd make them.
Oh, it's homemade jewellery. Here we go.
And where was the beach?
Where was the beach? It's right next to the sea. It was in Greece.
What was it about being on that beach? You thought, earrings?
I couldn't make donuts.
Okay. And what did you make the earrings out of?
Well, I didn't make them. My friend made them.
And what do you make them out of?
Beads.
Now, this friend, Sean, what was his name?
Spud.
Spud?
Spud. Spud.
Yeah.
Was his name.
Spud the Jew. But my job was to sell them.
Oh, so you're the salesman. So give us a bit of pad. Imagine David he's on the beach in his thong, he's relaxing. Finally, he can be himself, OK? And you come along and you look at his ears, they're unadorned, you think there's an opportunity. Off you go.
Well, the first thing, if he's got a thong on, I'd ask him to turn over. You can roll onto your back, please. And would you like me to rub a bit of cream into that area, because I don't think that's ever seen the sunshine. He wasn't... The target market isn't...
Well, Richard, like, likes a bit of jewellery. You
I like
like a bit of jewellery
jewellery.
around the neck, so sell them to Richard.
Are you having a nice time?
Yeah, I'm having a lovely time.
Do you want to buy some earrings?
Not really, no. What's
right,
wrong
then.
with me? I'm turned over and everything.
Why not do this? Spud! Help!
What was Spud's real name?
Keith.
Keith. Why did you call him Spud? He always had a jacket on? What?
What are you thinking?
Judy, do we think that's truth or a lie?
I think it's a lie.
You're
I can't see him selling beaded earrings on a beach.
Would you buy anything from him?
No, nothing.
Do you know what I'm going to go? I think Judy's right.
You think it's a lie?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the team.
You're going to say lie. Sean, truth or lie?
True.
Yes, it's true. Sean did used to sell earrings on the beach.
I used to call strangers on the telephone and convince them that they were talking to Nelson Mandela.
David's team.
Why?
Because everyone loves Nelson Mandela.
But is it... I mean, how often did Nelson Mandela cold call people?
Were you selling anything as Nelson Mandela?
No, just...
He wasn't pretending to be Nelson Mandela during his telesales period.
Right. How did you start the conversation? So if I've answered the phone, hello? Hello, Richard.
It's Nelson Mandela!
What did you say next?
How are you, Richard? I wanted to thank you for fighting against bad things.
You haven't seen Top Gear, have you?
Who did you target?
Anybody. I just dialed numbers on the phone.
Well, random numbers?
Yeah, like it was just, you know.
What was your hit rate on that for people who believed it was Nelson Mandela and didn't?
100%.
Really?
Everyone, how many did you try? Is it just Richard now?
Yeah, it was fairly convincing.
Do you ever let the people know at the end? You go, it's not Nelson Mandela.
No, because that would crush them.
How would you know when to end the conversation as Nelson Mandela with this unsuspecting, gullible, hopefully stranger?
Well, they would think I'm Nelson Mandela, and then initially it's wow, and then I guess the next thing becomes why are you calling? And then afterwards, then they start asking questions. Oh, what are you up to? And then you go, no.
And what are you wearing? You're not wearing that shirt again, are you, Nelson? Sick of that shirt.
But what if you'd called an apartheid-friendly white Afrikaner? Feel the tension in the room.
Just check, Rob, have you done light entertainment before?
You're calling me.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, who am I speaking to?
You're talking to Tobias Cruelty. This is some of my best work.
We're just glad it's someone else other than Ronnie Corbett for a change.
Who is this that is talking to me?
This is Nelson Mandela.
What? Where are you?
I'm free.
Are you sure you're not Morgan Freeman?
That movie hasn't come out yet.
Well, do you know what? I've always been pro-apartheid, but this frank exchange of views with you has really turned me the other way. I wish you all the very best.
And to you.
So what do you think? Could this be true?
I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Yeah. I'm thinking it's true as well, yeah.
So you're saying true?
We're saying true.
You're saying
We're
true.
definitely saying
all
true.
right.
Yeah.
Trevor, truth or lie?
True.
Yes, it's true. Trevor did used to call people and pretend to be Nelson Mandela.
Sometimes I pretend to have broken something in my house so that when a man comes round to fix it, I can play him at ping pong.
So hang on, just to be clear, what you're saying is you sometimes pretend that there's something broken in your house to get an handyman round so you can what?
So we can play ping pong.
But why do you get a strange man round to play ping pong?
It's not really a strange man. He's a neighbour, but he's like a handyman. When, like, sometimes, you know, I want to play ping pong, I'll tell him something's
Why
broke.
can't you just tell him you want to play ping pong?
Because I don't know, I just...
Are you telling me the relationship with your neighbour is so bad that the only way you can get him to come round to your house is by pretending something's broken at your place?
No, it's not that bad. He likes ping pong.
What's he called?
What's he called?
I don't know, I've never met him.
What's he called? Handyman. You could call him Handyman.
But you know, but what's his real name when
What's
you
his
when
real
he's
name?
not
His real name's
handyman?
Paul.
Paul the handyman?
Paul, yeah, Handyman Paul, really, not
And
Paul
how
the
long have you
handyman.
known Paul for?
I've been living there for maybe the past 3-4 years, so
And
yeah. That
how
long.
many times has he played ping pong with you in that?
Oh, loads of times. Always something wrong in my house.
So you might say, what might be broken, for example?
For example, I might say, OK, the light's off in, like, the conservatory or something, and then...
Conservatory? Oh, you're very grime, aren't you? And, so you put all your hip-hop money into a conservatory, and... so how would you go from the lights broken in the conservatory to... Do you want a game of table tennis?
Because when he comes round and then, say, for example, sometimes it's not broken, I say, I fixed it as he gets there, and I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, let's pop in for a quick ping-pong game, man.
David, do you play table tennis?
I do, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Are you good?
And I'm all right.
OK.
But can you fix a light switch? Otherwise, you've got no chance of playing it.
Absolutely not, no.
So how do you serve, David? Do you serve like that? Like that?
David
or
always
like
gets somebody
that?
to serve him.
Tinchy, I'd really like to sort of to get an idea of how you move the conversation to ping pong. So let's say you've broken your TV. So how would it go?
I'll be Paul the handyman.
Hello.
Oh, I haven't opened the door yet. Is it sticking? I can fix that. Actually, no, I can't, because we're going to have to play table tennis again, aren't we? I know how this goes.
When someone knocks your door, like, knock, knock, I say, who is it? I don't open and say, who is it?
OK.
Who is it?
Paul the handyman, you phoned me about 3 minutes ago about your television. Who do you think?
Oh, hello, Paul. Yeah. Open the door, you're in. What's up?
What's up? You tell me, it's your telly.
That's
I want to see what is happening, dude.
Your relationship with him is very sarcastic.
You try being his ping pong mate, you start getting sarcastic.
How do you introduce ping pong?
I say, oh, yeah, do you want a drink? And then he'll be like, I'm all right. And I'm like, do you want a game? Kind of simple.
And you give him the special drink and he wakes up in the table tennis.
It's like...
Now, answer me this. What is he wearing?
What's he wearing?
When he wakes up.
When he wakes up?
Have you dressed him as a professional table tennis player?
No.
He's strapped into a mannequin.
No, it's not.
I'm sick of this!
So what are you thinking, Lee? Is this looking plausible?
Gabby?
I think it's true because he doesn't want to be too upfront with Paul, the handyman, so he invites him round to fix...
Handyman Paul.
Sorry, handyman Paul. With handyman Paul for ping pong. Ping pong Paul.
Even that name is better. Ping pong Paul.
Ping pong Paul.
So what are we thinking?
I think it's a lie.
So Romesh says it's a lie.
Yeah.
I think it's true.
Gabby says it's true.
Difficult
It's got to be a lie.
It's a lie. OK, Tinchy, truth or lie?
Everything I was saying was all true.
Yes, it's true. Tinchy does like to play ping pong with the man that comes round to fix things in his house. It's David.
I find it incredibly irritating when other people fiddle with my jigsaws.
Please, team.
What was the last jigsaw you did?
It was a picture of the city centre in Oxford.
How many pieces was it?
1,000.
1,000?
What's your jigsaw etiquette?
My etiquette?
Well, when I say etiquette, I mean if you're doing a big jigsaw, you have to do it on something so that it doesn't upset everybody else's life. So what do you do it on?
My grandfather's coffin. because we've all stopped hoping that he's ever going to come out. On a card table.
On a card table?
OK.
You have a card table?
That's nearly right.
And you start with the outside. you do the whole perimeter.
Yeah.
Where do you go then?
Then I go for recognisable objects in the scene.
So which particular recognisable bits are you looking for, then?
Well, there's a building in the middle with a sort of dome and a spike. I'm an expert in architecture. So there was that thing, and there was several people wandering around, you know, like someone on a bicycle.
Whoa. He's saying, you know, specific. You're looking for specific things.
Yeah.
A person can go anywhere in the jigsaw.
No,
Yes,
they
but-
can't. They can only go where they go.
I will say.
You can't go. I put a person. I'm going to put him up there.
When you do a jigsaw, Lee...
Yeah. I don't, David, because I've got a life, but carry on.
Yeah. No, fair enough. No, I was going to say, do you use scissors? Because that's a...
You know I'm not
That's
allowed.
a
Scissors!
So generally, a 1,000-piece jigsaw, you're coming back to it now and again,
Yeah.
work commitments permitting. How long does it take?
Let's say 3 months.
OK, 3
All right,
months.
let's say it. 3 months.
3 months. It's a 1,000-piece jigsaw, 333 pieces a month.
Excessive.
So he's doing about 90 pieces a week. So he's doing about 15 pieces a day, right? 15 pieces a day is borderline. You need help.
I don't need help, and I don't like it when people help. That's the point.
So, Lee, what's it going to be?
Alex?
Well, if he was into jigsaws properly and you didn't want a fiddler, you put cling film on it.
What? You're even weirder than me. Wouldn't the cling film sort of stick to the pieces, and then so when you pick the cling film up, it would sort of undo
what you do,
weeks
right?
and months of work?
No.
That's horrible,
Because you
isn't it?
buy a massive tray,
Yeah.
you do it on the tray. Not only can you carry it around if you need to dust, but also the cling film wraps underneath.
You've watched far too many features on the one show, haven't you? This week we're talking about tricks for jigsaws. You probably think it's just the four corners you have to know, but no, get your cling film ready, we'll tell you afterwards. John, do you think it's...
Well, I can see. I think David's a contemplative type of person, you know, and jigsaw puzzles kind of allow you that loose space to be, to be a ruminative. It takes you to a ruminative place that you wouldn't otherwise enter in the normal run of events.
But just to clarify, is it true or false?
True.
Okay, go, true.
OK.
You're going to say true? OK. David, truth or lie?
It is true.
I was once arrested by border guards for illegally entering another country.
David's team, what do you think?
Which country?
It was in the mid-90s.
That's not a country.
No. And it was in Eastern Europe, so they changed names very quickly. So I'm not sure. It was either Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia. I don't know which...
You know what stage of its dissolution it was at?
Mm.
Yeah. And what was the problem?
I didn't have my passport.
Right.
Where had you left your passport?
At home.
Who were you with, by the way? Were you on your own, or
No, I
was
was with a friend from back home, Pete.
friend from the pit?
No, with a person called Pete.
Is that his real name? Or is that a nickname?
Pete.
Oh, Pete.
No, P-I-T.
Oh, Pete.
Oh, is that
Pete.
Pete?
He's called Pete.
Like Brad Pitt, but
Yeah.
Pitt is his first name.
Otherwise, I would say Pete.
Yeah.
We were travelling on something that was called Schönes Wochenend-Ticket. And
that's German for National Express.
Now, what it is German for, you can use any train you like, as long as it's a slow train.
We have that system with all of our trains. OK, so you get off the train at the border.
You do.
Is it at that moment that you realise you don't have your passport?
Yes. So we wanted to go into Czechoslovakia. So I didn't have my passport. So the obvious thing to do is don't go across where the border guards are, but go a mile off into the fields and cross there. If then someone wants to see your passport, you say, oh, I must have lost it.
Roughly how far into Czechoslovakia, in whatever form it was, were you?
I was about, give or take, a mile. I see in the distance, I see like two lights, two white lights. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I realise it's a Jeep. And then they're driving towards us.
I'm quite gripped by this story.
The Jeep then just stopped, and then there is 4 people jumping out with automatic rifles and dogs.
Automatic dogs?
What sort of dogs were they?
I didn't ask for their names, but...
Neither did Alex.
They were terrifying dogs, probably Alsatians or something.
What happened? They're all around you. So
well,
what
they
do
all
they say?
jump out with their rifles, don't they? And then saying, or whatever their language is. So, and then we had to gain the Jeep, and then we were driving off into Czechoslovakia, and then we ended up in some woods. One of them jumps out, opens a gate, and I didn't even see was there. Then there is some little wooden hut. And was someone in there that spoke German. We got on well with that fella, and our excuse was, they were saying, we had no idea that we crossed the border.
Yeah.
So, and then, well, they didn't fully buy it, but they knew there was little point executing us.
What happens then?
And now the funny story begins. They said, you'll have to pay a penalty.
Oh, the Germans and penalties.
That
Not
penalty...
Never again, please.
Then the Czechs drove us back to the German border, handed us over to the German border guards, and then they congratulated us on being the first illegal immigrants from Germany into Czechoslovakia.
Well, there we are. David, what are you and your team thinking?
It's the travel card thing. It just seems right.
No, I think on an emotional level, having spent so long hearing that story, we need it to be true. Yeah. We need something.
We need it to be true,
Yeah.
because a lot of our life went into that.
So
you're going to say
on that
true?
emotional level, I think we have to say true.
You're saying it's true. Henning, truth or lie?
Well, that story is actually true.
Yes, that was true. Henning did get arrested for illegally entering another country.
The first time I went to Germany, I knew only one German phrase. And bizarrely, an accident occurred which required me to use it.
David's team.
What was the phrase?
Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Mein Vater ist in den Frisch gefallen.
I don't speak German. Is that a phrase or is that just a random German sentence?
Are you asking what does it mean?
Yeah. I don't need to like it.
It means, excuse me please, my father has fallen in the river.
that well-known German phrase.
Had your father fallen into rivers elsewhere for you to learn that phrase?
No!
Was he like a serial...
River, no.
But why would you learn that phrase unless you had a habit of falling into rivers before you went to Germany? You thought, I better just check that out. So you, total coincidence. I think I learned the phrase, my father fell in the river.
Yes.
You went to Germany and your father fell in the river.
I think I'm ready. You see, I think I'm ready to...
I decided. I'm going early on this one.
So what happened with your dad, and who did you say that phrase to? Were you just shouting it from the banks?
No, we were skiing, and he skied off. He was going off piste, and he skied into a little river by mistake.
What is the German emergency? Is it 999? That could cause all sorts of difficulties, couldn't it? Because they're saying in German, do you need help? And you're saying 999, and they go, forget it. And
But when you dial 999, Lee, do you then say to them 999?
No.
You've got one of those old phones where you have to talk to the operator and go 999 at once. The vicar has been taken ill.
Claire, who did you end up saying this phrase to?
To a passerby.
A skier?
Yes.
Right.
No, tennis player, Rob.
I flagged them down.
You flagged?
Wow, she's going fast.
So you spoke to this passing skier, who was just another holidaymaker, another skier. What happened?
Well, luckily they were English.
Ah.
So they had no idea what you were saying.
No, absolutely no idea.
So you spoke to them, and then what happened?
They helped me pull him out.
Right.
But
okay.
then all evening I was able to say that my father had fallen in the river in German.
Right. What are you thinking, Nick?
Well, I think that you would have just initially said help if this was a true story. You wouldn't have been like, let me just remember this very weird German sentence.
I'm not sure, but I find it hard to think ill of Clare Balding. I think she's telling the truth.
Oh.
No, if she's lying, it wouldn't reflect badly on her character if she was lying.
It would. Even within the parameters of this game, I still don't think she would.
So, what are you going to say?
Lie.
Lie for me.
True.
True, absolutely.
I think lie.
You're saying lie. OK, they're saying it's a lie. Claire, truth or lie?
Would I? It's true.
It's David.
Possession.
There'll be a little box under your desk.
Thank you.
There's a card inside, David. Read the card out first, and then
This
when
is
you've done that...
just a little something me and Rob got you for Christmas.
And then, once you've read it out, then pop the object on the desk.
OK. These are two of the best gifts I was given last Christmas.
OK, and take them out and pop them on the desk. There we are. Right. Lee.
Well, first question is what... I can see what one of them is, but what's the other one?
It's a hat.
No. What's the stick thing?
Yeah.
It's a wand. You know,
OK.
You do magic with it.
Don't wave it around, anything could happen.
Who bought you it?
Yes.
My wife.
Oh.
That bit is true, in case you
Yeah.
wonder. He has got a wife, yeah. Most people don't believe it at this point, but it is. He has got a wife.
Just to give us a fuller picture, let's see if the hat fits. And if it does, wear it
on, and then get the full, let's get the full effect.
Ah, but does the wand fit?
And then hold the wand.
So.
Well, then...
Cool.
You look like a proper Dickensian gentleman.
OK.
Yeah.
When you open the present, did you say, this is lovely, but what is it for?
It's no. She said it was a wand thing where you can. It's got a battery in it.
Oh, it's a cordless one.
And you can make it. You can make it be a remote control.
Am I allowed to touch David's wand?
You can inspect it if you want to, but don't damage it. I'll get. Do you want to get it?
As it's
You don't trust me to get it without damaging it.
I'm just happier when you sat down.
OK. Get me the wand, please.
Were you born in a little northern town called Double Entendre?
That's in Cockermouth.
I don't know.
First thing is, I can't see any way you can get batteries in this thing. And it's got a light on the end, so obviously it does do something electronic. But I don't know where you would put a battery. You don't put a battery in the end of there, do you? Can you get a battery in the end of there?
No.
Oh, hello. Look, the end comes off, so we can definitely... It's an electronic item, definitely. That is a definite. And that's definitely a hat. I'm not an idiot. Rob, I broke it.
Have you really?
Well, something's come off the end. David, I'll get you another one, I promise.
It actually has.
The end's fallen off the...
There
it is, there it is.
Give me the hat.
Oh, I've sat on the hat!
Give me the hat.
Well,
would you wear that in the house, the hat, David? Would you wear it around the house?
No, I wouldn't wear a hat indoors. Basically, you'd wear a hat like this when you've, you know, on the way from the cab to the scene of the murder.
So what do you think, Lee? What is your team thinking on this?
Well, I'm interested that Rob warns off manhandling and hurting it. Would David be that bothered?
I have got history on this show.
History of breaking
he owned a pen in one episode, when it was his pen.
And you broke it?
Damn right.
There was another episode where he was supposedly a beloved teddy bear that I didn't own,
yeah, but
he didn't know, and he tore its head off.
So, now, David, I would like to know, was there any explanation from your wife at all? Because obviously you've picked this up, you haven't known what this is.
An explanation?
Yes,
is
to
that
why
when you're given a present, do you ask for an explanation?
Let me
quite
finish.
aggressive, isn't
Let
it?
me finish, David. Was there any explanation at all as to why she married you?
No, she's never explained that, but I don't want to ask too many questions. I want to a good thing.
My husband bought me a dress that was 2 sizes too small once because he wanted me to lose weight so I could wear it. He did, and then when he gave it to me, he said, "Look forward to seeing you in it." So for his birthday, I bought him a coffin.
So what are you going to say then, Lee's team? Is he telling the truth?
Kelly, you're saying...
Lie.
You're saying lie?
Oh, I'll say lie as well,
OK, I have to go with my team and say it's a lie.
So the team is saying lie. David, truth or lie?
It is true.